everybody. Welcome. It's Nakazawa here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber news. But before we do, please ensure to smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, and guys, do you know they stream on Twitch? Head over to Twitch, and if you're at work, leave me a lurk. Okay, guys, on to our very first piece of Newsy news. This is Hololive Production. Hololive Production is a virtual talent agency consisting of virtual YouTubers owned by Japanese tech entertainment company Cover Corp. So why are we talking about Hololive? Well, guys, if you've ever wanted to join Hololive, now is the time. This is posted on Hololive's X account. This is posted on November 11th, 2025 at around 8 p.m. And it says here, Hololive English is holding auditions for virtual content creators. This could be your first step in chasing your dreams together with us. Send your audition below. And then here's the link here to their website. So this is the website here. So it says, brand new expressions and nonstop explorations. We're in search of unique dreams and hidden gems. So main requirements is you have to be over the age of 18. Nationality and gender of the applicant do not matter and should have clear goals set in their minds. And then this is welcome skills. So not necessarily you need them, but they're welcome. It says, if you meet at least one of the following criteria, it'll be a big plus. So you need experience as a streamer, ability to speak Japanese on a native level and English or any other language on a business level, experience as an entertainer such as singer, an actor / voice actor, a dance choreographer, a musician / member of a band, a stand-up comedian, etc. So when you click on this button here, entry, it pulls up a Google form. So essentially you just got to fill out your information here and post a 5-minute audition video and all that other stuff. So if you are interested, this is an option for you. So this is some of the other talents at Hololive who are encouraging people to apply. This is Maury Calliope saying, hey, join us. And this is Kiara saying, just for your information, one condition to joining is your willingness to go to the Maldives with me. Hell yeah. This is really exciting. However, some people are feeling a little bit skeptical of this, which, I mean, you can kind of understand why. So let's see what some people on Reddit are saying. So this is No Lake saying, auditions have always been open permanently, but they usually send out these reminders after they have chosen new talents to join so that they can start the search again. So don't be surprised if in a few months something gets announced or teased. Zero says, keep in mind that auditions have been open permanently since the beginning of 2022. And to my recollection, the last time a tweet like this went out was a time frame before Advent debuted, but clearly after they all had already been picked and we're already in the later stages of debut prep. So that call was most likely for the gen that would wind up being Justice. I would similarly guess that this call is more likely for an EN6 in late 2026 and early 2027 than EN5, which I'd be surprised to see any later than 2026, especially considering that them now waiting to start designing the characters until after the talents behind them are picked means that the time from application to debut could be upwards of a year these days. Okay, so you can see some people are being a little bit skeptical here, especially since in my last Newsy News, there was a talent who is going on hiatus and they were perhaps teasing that maybe they're joining Hololive, perhaps. The timeline where this Redditor is saying kind of makes sense, especially considering that it takes a lot of time to kind of like train someone up to Hololive standards. It is quite possible that maybe they're just trying to drum up some applications for next year's talent. It's possible, but we don't really know for sure, right? Anyways, guys, if you are thinking of applying to this wizard Fizora has some advice. So this is posted on Fizora's X account on November 12th, 2025. And Fizora says, okay, here are my tips for the Hololive auditions. Don't just focus on VTubing skills and how funny you are, because everyone else you're going up against will share the same skill set. If you're great at singing, dancing, artistic, anything else, you should try to show how successful you've been at turning these skills into something popular and profitable. Even if you don't have these skills, you should show an enthusiasm to learn by committing to taking lessons. Focus on what relevant skills and experience you have outside of VTubing, which will aid you behind the scenes. You'll be expected to manage your own timetable, schedule meetings, run projects, so you need to show you take everything seriously and are committed. Come up with a list of realistic goals you want to reach by 3 months and 6 months and 1 year, i.e. I want to release one cover song by debut and second one within 6 months. These are just a few things that helped me pass the first round of VShojo's auditions. Good luck, everyone. So anyways, guys, so if you are interested in joining Hololive, now is the time. It is quite possible that this might be for next year and not like the upcoming one. That is possibility. Obviously, that's speculation. But if you are interested in joining Hololive, now is the time. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is Chibidoki, and Chibidoki is an independent VTuber signed with Mythic Talent. So why are we talking about Chibidoki? Well, guys, it looks like Chibidoki is going on a little bit of a health break. This is posted on Chibidoki's X account on November 12th, 2025 at around 3:56 a.m. And Chibi says, hey, Chad, I've been really avoiding taking care of myself for over a year now, and I've been in constant pain because of it. I'm thinking about taking 3 to 4 days off a week instead of 2 for a few weeks just so I can have a little time to recover. Is that okay? And then she continues to say, I have the most amazing and lucky job in the world, and I know it might sound selfish because people go through much worse. I'm just genuinely in pain all day now because of streaming and talking too much, and I don't want to make it worse where I won't be able to stream anymore. So anyways, guys, if you are a fan of Chibidoki, it sounds like she is going to be taking 2 to 3 days off a week just until her health improves. So please make sure to go send her some support and love during this time. On to our next piece of Newsy news. This is CANVA, and CANVA is an Australian multinational proprietary software company launched in 2013 that provides a graphic design platform to create visual content for presentations, websites, and similar products. So why are we talking about CANVA? Well, guys, it looks like CANVA has drawn a little bit of backlash from the VTuber community, and you'll see why in a moment. So this is trending on X, and it says here, CANVA's AI VTuber maker draws backlash from creators. So it says here, design platform CANVA launched a free AI tool on November 11th, 2025, that generates virtual avatars from text prompts for streaming, using features like Magic Media and Dreamlab to create images, GIFs, or basic 3D models. VTuber creators, including Mew and Cynical, criticized the tool for undermining the labor-intensive artistry of custom model creation and raising concerns about potential misuse of uploaded artwork for AI training. Let's see what some of the people on X are saying. So this is Mew, and Mew says, this is on Canva's site now. Most, if not all of my VTuber friends use Canva to make things from schedules, announcements, thumbnails, and more. This is like a slap in the face to the very people who use your platform. So here it says, free VTuber Maker, generate distinctive and memorable avatars for your video live streams with just a text prompt. Use Magic Media's VTuber Maker to bring your dream virtual model to life in an instant. And then this is Cynical, who says, I use Canva for literally everything from thumbnails to my schedule to graphics. If I find out my VTuber pings and assets have been fed into this, I swear, ... This is the actual website on Canva, and says free VTuber Maker. This free VTuber Maker, it exists on Canva, but it is not as great as you would think it is, obviously, for many, many, many reasons. So let's get into that. This is Zaya, and this is Zaya posted on their X account on November 11th at 9:04 p.m. And Zaya says, I looked into it, and here's what I learned. Number 1, it doesn't actually create a usable model. It's literally just a typical AI slop illustration ping. 2, Canva has no idea what a VTuber actually is. It has a whole AI generated description of what a VTuber is from the POV of someone who has no idea what an actual VTuber is. They just think by making a basic ping that automatically makes you a VTuber, not to be confused with a pingtuber. There is no actual model. It's not drawn, cut, rigged to even be a VTuber. At best, it's nothing different than an AI anime slop image you'd find on Pinterest. And this is Lavi, and Lavi says, wait, hold on. I use Canva daily for work. Have my models been fed into this AI the entire time? Kama says, I was looking at it. It isn't just what's been put through their website, it's everything. Even my effing model was on there, and I've never used Canva in my life. And then Lavi says, what, for real? Show me. Can you screenshot your model on the program? Kama says, this is literally me, my model from like 6 months ago, but me nonetheless. You can see here, so this is Kama's model, and if you go into Canva, you can see that they have essentially lifted all the details that make Kama have been lifted. So you can see here, there's like the heart image here, there's the black suit with the purple piping and the red hair and the red ears. That is really, really bad. So even Livey says, oh, dang, yeah, that's bad. So anyways, guys, just letting you know that this exists, and it is very, very frustrating because a lot of VTubers use Canva on a daily basis. I myself also use Canva. So the fact that even people who don't use Canva have been fed into it is a little bit concerning. And this is just something that we need to keep our eyes peeled for. Okay, friends? Okay, guys, on to our next piece of news. This is GURA, and GURA was a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber associated with Hololive, debuting in 2020 as part of Hololive English's first-generation myth. During a nearly 5-year term with the agency, she set numerous records, ultimately reaching 4.71 million YouTube subscribers before her retirement. So GURA did retire from Hololive on May 1st, 2025, and became Samiko Saba. And Samiko Saba is an independent English-speaking VTuber. So this is Rev Desu, and Rev Desu is a male English-speaking virtual YouTuber, anime reviewer, and news reporter. So why are we talking about Samiko Saba and Rev Says Desu? Well, this is posted on Rev's X account. This is posted on November 10th, 2025 at around 7:36 p.m. And Rev says, GURA was a peak success of English VTubers, and nothing, corporate or indie, will ever come close again. So obviously people who are fans of Samiko Saba had something to say. This is posted by Donnie Darko saying, Samiko Saba, the inheritor of Stinky, will one day surpass GURA. Screen cap this post. And then Randall says, no way she will ever get that many subs. That was back when Hololive was peak. Plus, she doesn't have the company behind her to market it. And then Artica says, She literally is already at 1.4 million and she started streaming 4 months ago. That's without the Hololive peak or a company behind her. Besides, I doubt she even wants to return to that level of popularity. She's clearly happy right now, and so are her viewers. That is what everyone wants. I believe that Samiko Saba will reach the same heights that she was. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is Mosobox, and Mosobox is an online and convention seller. This is Mosobox's website where you can purchase VTuber merch. So why are we talking about Mosobox? Well, guys, it looks like Mosobox is running into a bit of an issue. This is posted on November 10th, 2025 at around 4:02 p.m. And Mosobox says regarding Mosobox warehouse situation. First, I want to apologize for the delays on all the delayed orders. This delay is not normal, and while there were external factors that caused issues, it ultimately is a fault with decisions I've made this year. The highest priority is getting orders out. So first is an estimate on every pending order in the system, and then this document just leads you to a Google Doc that has like all the order numbers there and their estimated date. So it continues to say, this is not 100% will mail by date. Some will head out earlier, and I'm upset that I have to send some after. These orders are in the system, but I understand that trust is broken on this, and if you do want a refund, I will make sure you get your refund. If you will wait for the estimated date and your order isn't shipped out, I am willing to refund your order and ship your item still. Not for the current pre-orders like Xenia, Nana, and Twin. These ones are still production. The artists and VTubers will retain their royalties in event any refund, as this is an issue on Mosobox side. I'll be making replies with this details on reasons for the delays for those who want to know. So anyways, guys, if you scroll down a little bit, this is a very extensive kind of play-by-play starting from December 2024 of exactly why there have been delays in shipping and everything like that. So it is pretty lengthy, but I'm just letting you know that, guys, if you have ordered something from Mosobox, there is going to be some delays. So you can look up your order number here on the Google document, and at least you can get a rough estimate of where your order is. Just letting you know, Mosobox is delayed. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is Nintendo, and Nintendo is a Japanese multinational video game company headquartered in Kyoto. It develops, publishes, and releases both video games and video game consoles. And this is Pokemon Pokopia, and Pokemon Pokopia is an upcoming life simulation game developed by Koei Tecmo's Omega Force and published by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. So why are we talking about Nintendo and Pokemon Pokopia? So this is posted on Sarabi.net's X account on November 11th, 2025 at 9:11 a.m. And it says here, a Sarabi update. First look at the box art for Pokemon Pokopia for Nintendo Switch 2. It'll be released as a game keycard and require 10 gigabytes of space to install. So if you guys don't know what a game keycard is, game keycard for the Nintendo Switch 2 is a physical cartridge that does not contain the full game data. Instead, it acts as a key to download the complete game from Nintendo servers via the internet, and they are distinct from a traditional game card that store the full game data on the cartridge itself, which obviously is very annoying. So this is posted on IGN, and this is posted by Tom Phillips on November 11th, 2025 at around 11:28 a.m. It says here, fans claim broken promises after $70 Pokemon Pokopia confirmed as first Nintendo published game key card release. It says here, Pokemon Pokopia will cost $70 and will only be available physically as a game key card, it appears, something that has stunned Nintendo fans. Following confirmation of the game's March 5th, 2026 release date earlier today, store pages for the highly anticipated Pokemon Life Simulation game have now gone live, detailing its price and status as a game key card game. In the US, Pokopia is available for pre-order now for $69.99. In Japan, meanwhile, Pokopia costs 8,980 yen, the same price point as Mario Kart World, $80 in the US, and more than other Nintendo-published titles such as Donkey Kong Bonanza and even Pokemon Legends ZA. Nintendo's Japanese website specifically lists Pokopia Physical Edition as a game key card, and while the same information isn't shown in the United States, Nintendo has simultaneously published a YouTube video instructing users on how game key cards on Nintendo Switch 2 work, which uses Pokemon Pokopia as an example. Game key cards have proven controversial among Nintendo fans who dislike the fact that the cartridges only contain a prompt to download the game rather than its full game data. That means you do need to connect your Switch 2 online after buying the game, and then also need to wait while it downloads. However, game key cards differ from digital downloads as they can still be resold or shared with others, just like a regular game cartridge. And then it says here, Nintendo previously stated that it had, quote, no plans to use game key cards for Nintendo developed titles, something that fans today have pointed as a broken promise. But of course, Pokemon is not a solely Nintendo owned franchise, and Nintendo does not develop Pokemon games. That said, Nintendo is publishing Pokemon Pokemon, and this does appear to be the first Nintendo published game offered on a game key card. But this is also a game developed by Koei Tecmo, which last time we checked was not a Nintendo development studio. Earlier today, Nintendo announced the new trailer for Pokemon Pokopia will debut later this week on Thursday, November 13th at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, and 2 p.m. UK. Eagle-eyed fans believe the video will feature over 10 minutes of gameplay, suggesting Nintendo is confident in what it has to show. So let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Spider-Man says, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that, like many other Pokemon titles, this is published by the Pokemon Company and not Nintendo. Therefore, the Pokemon Company is being cheap, not wanting to pay for a cartridge, so they're going to sell it as a game key cards. A Super Shade says, put the game on a card or don't sell it. It literally, you are buying bagged air. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Pokemon Pokopia being on a game key card? Do you think it is a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Let me know. Okay, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber Newsy News. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And guys, if you're not able to come over to Twitch, that's no problem. I do have a YouTube channel called Lydia VTuber VODs that backs up all of my gameplay, and I probably played through some of your favorites. I'm at the tail end of Final Fantasy Tactics, so please make sure to come check me out. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Mwah! Bye-bye. Meow, meow. Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow,